of Status Who versus Loud Whine. We're going to be jumping into this game of strongholds on Recharge. C4 is here with me again.
Yeah, we're back again for some more action. We got, like you said, Status Who and Loud Whine on screen. Doing another rerun of the same game types we had last matchup, but you know, hey, this is more action for us. We're in Recharge Strongholds, and we've got some early domination here from blue team. So doing a good job. It is back and forth though, and I don't know what this is.
Blue is Status Who, blue is Status Who, and red is Loud Whine.
Sugar's coming in clutch with that.
So we're looking at this and a little bit of control here by the side of Status Who. They got a little bit of a lead with the BC hold. There's not a lot of, not a lot of distance in slays. Everybody's got a few kills, 1 or 2 kills here and there. Yeah, a little early in the game, but C is about to get converted over to the side of Loud Whine, so they can start trying to put points on the board. The rotation is they're trying to rotate a little bit in here through the. It looked like they were going to try and make a rotation in through the Whirlpool, but it looks like the long haul push is what they've opted to do here for the side of Status 2, trying to attack that C spawn with all forces coming in.
Yeah, and right now it's like you said, this is a pretty even game here at the beginning. I mean, it's not too in favor of one team, but yeah, they're doing a good job of clearing out C. They're going to try to get control back of that. We've got 2 strongholds in their favor, but I'm not sure. It's hard to see these names right now, the texting screen, but we've gotten some really good fights over here towards C, and it's just like it's still just a back and forth game at this point.
Yeah, we're on with Phil B Win. Phil B Win's trying to do it.
Yeah, then we got what is this? Lions on screen. He's gonna hold top glass, but he's gonna push out for this camo. He doesn't have anybody contesting that. He does get a couple shots now, but he ends up burning that. So, I mean, a good burn, I guess. He almost got away with it, it seemed like, but yeah, they're holding that top glass pretty well here, and he's gonna get a back smack into that player and clear that guy out. Now we got Mosh Pit on board there. He got taken out, but he did get a trade, I do believe. And it's just like, yeah, this is a pretty even game for the most part, folks. This is.
Well, if you look at it, the trip cap is kind of loud. The side of Loud Whine to get back in this game. They were down by, 20, 30 points, and a trip cap that they held for only, about 10, 15 seconds allowed them to get right back in this game. And like you said, it's really evenly contested at this point.
It's pretty scrappy from both teams. I mean, there's really nobody holding a setup for too long, more than I would say even 5 or 6 seconds at this point. I mean, you got one team scrapping time, and then they'll kind of slay out and get control, and then it's just it's back and forth.
I think the team that probably wins this map is probably the team that does eventually get that setup, decides to stop, getting the scrappy time and just pushing forward recklessly. But that's a great kill by Phil B Win. He's playing his life. He's popping back up into C, and he's going to try and convert it as he's getting shot from long haul and the tower section of the map. He gets taken out.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll see the numbers turn into favor for both, or for one or the other team. But they actually slayed each other out. It was 3 dead for both teams at one point. So I mean, it was still very, very even. But one of these teams will get control at some point. We will see it, I'm sure. But he's going to get that repulse into the in the wall there, take that player down. 2 members down for Status 2, I do believe. And so yeah, this is just one heck of a match, guys. This is what we want to see. We want to see this high level competition, just feisty fights back and forth between both teams, and we're getting exactly that.
I would agree that it's probably more entertaining for the viewers, obviously, to see this scrappy game back and forth. But the team that gets the setup, maybe it's not as interesting. As a big double kill by Lion's Sight, he's holding that A plat side. He's really confirmed it. He's defending it really well. And you look at both teams, very evenly matched. It's still 100 to 84 is what I believe the score is. I'm having a little bit of difficult time reading that text at the bottom at this point.
Yeah, it looks like it is 105, I do believe, points on the board. I want to say it from the text we see, but yeah, this is starting to kind of get out of hand for the side of blue. So I mean, it's just you got to kind of like remain, calm, keep that composure, and then just get a push. You are like creating this gap between you and the other team with as far as score wise, but just chill, get those slays, and then you get back in the game. You can cap maybe B, take C. It just all depends on what you're able to do with what you got.
Yeah, and right now you're correct. It's kind of getting out of hand. Status Who's down almost double their score at this point. They do confirm A and B. It'd be interesting. Can they get the setup? No one's really been able to get this setup. And just like, it's just been very scrappy, very chaotic, if I want to say. A lot of 1v1s, 2v2s going on. They do manage to get some time, but the side of Loud Whine gets C. And, they're doing a great job of just rotating around and making the side of Status Who kind of chase them and chase the points at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is like when these gaps in the score get created, you as a team, like, you have to like remain calm, keep that composure, push together, wait up for each other. If your spawns are a little bit staggered, just get together, make a concerted push, to one area of the map, and try to just create some momentum in your favor. You don't want to start trickling in and then lose sight of what you're trying to do here, because if you start panicking, that score can really go out of go crazy for you. So I mean, right now they're getting wiped out. This is not a good sign. They did have a little bit of control, like for a second while they were taking B, but you got Loud Whine over here just putting numbers on the board.
Mashput Hero just doing a really good job of flanking in there. They were not aware he was there, and if he takes Phil down here, which he's able to do, they're going to be able to get B. And it's just been a good job of them rotating, as opposed to having like two points and just setting up. They've done a good job of just out rotating the side of Status Who. Like, it feels like every time Status Who's taken A, the side of Loud Whine is converting either C or B into their favor, just to continue putting points on the board.
Yeah, it's just like a back-footed effort for them right now. I mean, you got, like you said, Loud Whine's in control. They're creating the pace for this match. I mean, he just got a kill right there with a grenade for a killing spree. I mean, what else do you want right there? I mean, that was probably unlucky if you're on the side of Status Who, but throwing grenades across map and getting kills, that's huge. That's huge stuff. You're creating a lot of momentum for your team, and you're holding back C. I mean, they got 2 points here for a second. They need to be able to just control, work together, maybe get 2 to each stronghold here, and just create some damage on the map and keep them from making a momentous push to retake that stronghold. If you can kind of out rotate this team, you can get back in there.
Yeah, the game is not too far gone at this point. It's almost a 100-point lead. I really want to point out how Uber Chad is really just blowing up for his team. He's got 18 kills and 10 assists. He's just putting in damage. He's putting in kills, and he's assisting his teammates, which is what you love to see right here from him. There he goes. He gets a kill, and he gets a conversion on C, and he's helping his teammate who has invis. Getting the comms, understanding, hey, play your life. I got some shots for you. They're just, they're stretching that lead, and it's over 100 points, so it's like now or never for the side of Status Who if they're going to make it into this lead and have a chance of coming back.
Yeah, and their chances are dwindling very fast. I mean, they did cap C, they have control of B, but how long would that last before the other team starts rotating over there? They need to get pressure on the center of this map. Keep Loud Whine off of B. If you can keep them off of B while holding C, you've got yourself a chance to get back in here. But you got to have control of top gold. You got to keep control of Whirlpool. You don't want to let them funnel into Whirlpool, push pipes, take over that glass area. You've got to keep them out there. You got to also keep them out of control too. So like, you really need to be lighting up your crosses here. And they've done broken out. They're taking B. They've regained that setup once again. And Loud Whine doing a great job of just keeping the foot on the pedal. I mean, they're just fabulous.
No, they're playing really well as a team. They're working and kind of coordinating their pushes together, which I like to see. And now, there's just a great perfect by Supernova there. But there's another player for the side of Loud Whine just to clean clean up that kill. Gets the comms, has the angle, puts it down. As Lion Sight's trying to do damage, he takes down Uber Chad, but Moshput Hero has the cross and is able to take him out and get that trade.
Yeah, and this game is coming, you know, to a close here shortly, and I do believe Loud Whine are going to get this first game. You know, they just got a camo popped here on board. He's going to try to sneak over towards C, but the game's already ended. It's too late. I mean, that was a very dominating game for him. And the thing about Slayer is these things can be, you know, very momentum based. You know, like if you have a nice lead here, you can turn that into a snowball. But we got the teams here on screen, guys. They've got control of top middle. They did get that sniper. They're going to be rotating over here towards the sniper side. We've got 2 members of Status 2, though, trying to make a presence on this side of the map. Looks like Fallon's going to opt to play his life, rotate C. He thought he had a team member over here, but he did get picked off. He did have one come out of dummy door, though, and they're both trying to take these members of Status 2 down over here on cuts, but it just didn't happen there. I did see a heat wave drop. I don't know who picked that up, but we do have somebody with overshield. He's pushing tower, and this is some good pacing right here. I mean, you got the overshield, you can create some momentum for your team, and yeah, it looks like it's a 5-4 lead right now for Status 2. This is what we want to see, boys.
I like that play by Phil with the overshield, knowing that they were going to pick up the green gun because he popped the overshield. He went up to the top of tower and he got information, and he kind of, you know, listened to the sound of where their footsteps were, and I believe he heard when they had the powered up plasma pistol, and he dropped down unsuspecting. They didn't know he was going to drop down on them. They were not ready to, you know, drain that shield, and he was able to take him out and get a kill and, you know, keep his overshield for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and indeed he did. But you know, just getting that overshield in itself, you know, just was huge. And right now, I do believe the score was at 11 to
11-7 right now.
11-7. Yeah, they're taking these boys to the 7-11 for a couple of slushies, but yeah, I don't know. This is a momentum-based match here for the side of Status 2. They do have a lead, but it's quickly dwindling as Loud Whine's able to put a couple more numbers up on the board, and you know, and just right now there's another overshield up. I just saw it drop out of the hands of Status 2. They didn't get to pop that, and right now this is really great momentum for Loud Whine. They've created a lot of pressure, a lot of damage, and stayed alive ultimately. But looks like, I want to say, was that Status 2 that got that? Yeah,
it is OG.
I really
OG was able to pop it.
Wow, I thought Loud Whine was going to come out with that one for sure.
I did. After the double kill from Moshpit Hero, I really thought they were going to be the ones able to pop it, but OG just does a great job playing his life and sneaking in there and stealing that overshield, not allowing them to use that to put more separation between the two teams, as we're just back and forth. It's a 17-16 lead for the side of Loud Whine at this point.
Yeah, this is still a very close game. I mean, Status 2 had a lead by, what was it, 4 or 5 kills at one point, but they just kind of let that go. It looked like their positioning was a little bit off, and that's why I believe Loud Whine was able to come back. We have a sniper on top. Levon's, I think that's, was that Levon's something? I can't see his name.
Levon Sight? I don't know if Lion Sight, Levon Sight.
Levon Sight, something like that.
I'm not sure.
He got the sniper rifle, but he just lost it. And it's just a back and forth battle at this point. I mean, very close match. I mean, 22-21. Can't get much better than this. It's highly competitive. And I really kind of see this, depending, you know, if one team takes it away or not. But if it stays like this, we could see like a 45-45 here in the late game.
Yeah, very back and forth. Good job by the side of Status 2. They're playing a lot better, but that's a great snipe by Uber Chad. He's just trying to line him up again, but 2 people are able to take him out. They're going to try and pick up that sniper rifle and gain some control here, as the game is a 1-point game, still in the side of Loud Whine right now.
And Levon Sight found his sniper back in his hands, and he's setting up for the overshield. Looks like his team is going to get away with that. Very, very good job from Status 2. This is what's going to keep you in this game and help you win it, you know, to keep your life in the series afloat here. But you find a member over here to key door, he's going to be one shot. That's an easy cleanup. Some more momentum for your favor here. But You're kind of singled out. I don't know if I see a teammate with him. He's kind of solo pushing, but his team has created a lot of damage on the map right now. As we saw like 2 members right there, one shot from Loud Whine, and I think that was like what, 2 or 3 that just died right there in that area. If I'm not mistaken.
Really good
Make that
trading
4.
out.
Yeah.
Really good trading out by the side of Status 2. One guy pops some shots, does damage, the other guy comes in from a different angle, sandwiches them, and gets a double kill. And they're really working well as a team, much better than what they were doing in the first game of the series here.
Yeah, very a lot better than the last game for sure. This is the game that you needed. I mean, it looks like they did keep that composure intact, you know, coming from the first match, leading here into the second. So, you know, that's really good on their part. Shows they got some strong mental game. They're not ready to give up, you know. That's the kind of fight you want to see out of a team like Status 2.
Yeah, and Phil is a veteran. Phil B. Win is a veteran of the HRL. He's played a few seasons. I played against him and you know, and played with him in AIDS. So he is a veteran, so I would expect him to be a calming presence for his team. And they're doing a great job right now of just really keeping in this game, even though it's still really tight. It's anybody's game at this point.
So what you're saying here, sir, is this isn't his first rodeo, is it?
It's not his first rodeo for Phil. Phil B. Win has been in the HRL for quite a few seasons, so
okay.
I believe he could probably be the calming force for this team.
Yeah, bringing that leadership role, you know, saying, hey guys, you know, this is not over yet. The fat lady hasn't sang yet, so keep our heads in it. But 2 down, go down for Status 2. This is still a very tight match, as I was calling. I mean, like at this point, it's leading into, you know, the 40 range here. This is where things are going to start to cement themselves, and you don't want that cement to dry on you if you're already down. You don't want them to, you know, to strangle your potential here to win this game. So Loud Whine, I mean, doing a good job of keeping in it. Status 2, they're going to need to create some advantages for themselves and some openings here if they want to keep themselves you know, in this series and the game.
Yeah, as it's 40-37, it's got to that 40-point mark. This is typically when the game slows down a little bit in Slayer, where teams are not willing to be as aggressive. They're going to be a little bit more patient and try and push as a team, and that is what Mosh Pit Hero has done. And they've singled out 2 players, and 2 more go down. 44-37. They've stretched this lead out to 7, and this is the state where you got to get some slays. You got to play your lives. As the side of Status 2 could be going down 2-0 if they don't get it together right here.
Yeah, I mean, Loud Whine's, what is that, 40? They got 47, I believe.
Yeah, 47-38 at this point.
I mean, you had at one point this is like a 1 or 2 kill game, and there were some good moments right there for Status 2 to take this game away completely from Loud Whine. But Loud Whine have you know, maintained their composure in the face of this run that, you know, Status 2 had early on, and you know, but it's just not in their favor no longer. So I mean, 3 go down, you've created that opportunity. You still have a lot of time on the clock. You got 4 minutes, but
the back smack comes in.
Yeah,
for Uber Chad.
I would say bottom middle like 90% of the time I run it, but there's been a few times where if I get that camo and I get the flag, I'll run it towards their sneaky. I'll go up top and then I'll drop down that little back hatch that they have and kind of take that sort of route, because nobody really expects you to go there. Most people expect you to go bottom middle. So you got a couple different routes you can take. You know, you can go bottom middle, you can cut to the right or left, you can go underneath the map like that too. So there's all kinds of different routes on this map. But we have Uber Chad on board. He's got the sniper rifle. His team's got some momentum going into the base of Status 2, and he's playing his life at the moment. I do believe one of his teammates got picked off there, so I think he's by himself. Misses the no scope, misses 2 no scopes, gets picked up, and yeah, Super here doing pretty good. Levine's sight has got a flagpole in his hands, and I'm not sure if this, but yeah,
double kill by Phil, doing a good job of protecting his flag, and now the side of Loud Whine is kind of frantically coming off of spawn as Status 2 has it in. It's about to be a flag cap. If they can just punch this in, a few more, and he does. He puts it in, and that's the first flag cap. Supernova gets a kill.
Honestly, probably one of the fastest flag caps I think I've ever seen on this map so far. That was very quick. I mean, what we've only been in the game for maybe what, a minute and a half or two, not even that.
Yeah, and it was weird because Uber Chad and most of the side of Loud Wine got the early push into the base of Status 2, but Phil was able to get the double kill, and then his teammate was on the other side. There's a lot of two members go down for Loud Wine, and they're going in for another flag pull as OG gets taken down, but Levon's Sight is playing his life, trying to get Phil come in and flank. Phil's flanking, trying to, just keep the pressure up on the other team at this point. As Uber Chad does, or no, I believe that is SG Fallon does hit a body shot on Phil and push him back.
Yeah, and then we got Fallon back here. He's got sniper in his back pocket. He whips it out. He's gonna try to get a no scope, but he's got that team member right there helping him out. He's gonna have one member of Status 2 over here to his right hand side. Gonna get that no scope. Uber Chad getting the no scope on that player and getting him one shot. Now they're gonna get the cleanup here. Fallon almost died there. It was almost a trade, but he's gonna get picked off by one of the sneaky members from Status 2, and they got looks like they got a fight pool here. Where'd it go? Was that a camo that got that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't believe it was a camo. But the side of
I don't see it.
It is OG. He does have the camo. You were correct. OG is running it with camo. They have no clue where he is, and he's almost all the way back to his base as the side of Loud Wine is on their back foot, trying to get in there and kill him or get a flag pull, and they don't. As he gets the kill, he's going to get the kill too as he punches in the flag, and the counter cap is going to be delayed because of that. Still got SG Fallon in there. OG really playing his life here, doing a great job. 2-0 is their lead at this point, and they're trying to delay this, and I believe they have delayed this push and pull by the side of Loud One.
And he had the shotgun there in his pocket. I mean, he could have got a kill. We got a perfect another member there. Two going down for both teams here. So this is very scrappy, but Loud One's got a pull running at bottom middle, and they got some damage down. I mean, they're doing a really good job of running this, but their momentum is coming to a halt slightly here. OG though, he's staying alive. He's just trying to get damage down and keep his team in the game here. But
yeah, OG's doing a great job. He's been playing really good OBJ this game. He's been the one that's run both flags. He was the one that got invis, and he's the one that's kind of played his life and delayed this flag run.
I mean, this is the kind of game you need if you're Status 2, because this is going to keep you in the series. I really didn't expect this out of them right here early on. I mean, they got 3 down, 4 down, going down for Loud Wine. And yeah, very, very good job from Status 2 there. We got Levon's Sight though. He's on sniper, just putting some damage down. Uber Chad's maintaining his position, helping his teammate across the map. That's huge. That's huge plays right there. I mean, his teammate did die, but he was putting a lot of damage down. Uber Chad though, he's got the sniper in his hands, looking for somebody bottom center, but he doesn't see anybody. And he's going to just rotate. I mean, he's just kind of holding this area down, just trying to keep his eyes open for who might be around.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Uber Chad's got the sniper here. He's trying to put pressure on the other team. They're down 2-0, so it's a big hole. They got to coordinate. There's tons of time left, 7 minutes. So they need to just coordinate it. Uber Chad's doing a great job playing his life. Ooh, and a great shot on Supernova there with the no scope. And Uber Chad just doing a great job of controlling the middle of the map, kind of suppressing the team of Status 2 into their base. He does eventually end up going down, but he's put enough pressure that they haven't been able to push out of their base, and his teammates aren't going down, so this push probably is not going to result in a flag pull at this point.
Yeah, and it just seems like Loud Whine doesn't really know, what to do on this map. I mean, it's a fairly new map. It's fairly difficult to play in a lot of situations, especially if you haven't got a lot of playtime on it. And it seems to me, though, I mean, I don't know about you, but Status 2 seem to know what they're doing on this map. They seem to have like the idea of how to really kind of play, play around it. Because I mean, there's a lot of different ways, so many different routes on this map. And I mean, they just know exactly, it seems like, where Loud Whine's going to be. Is OG got a shotgun kill on that player, but he does get picked up. So it's just kind of like a lot of 1v1 action. I see a lot. You got one, like you got Fallon here. He's helping his teammate across the map, but his teammate was by himself over there. Just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here with Loud Whine. Like, what is the game plan? I mean, it seems like Uber Chad is just kind of like chilling outside the base. He's gonna get it. Yeah, he pushes in by himself. See what I'm saying?
I don't know what he's trying. I do kind of understand what he was trying to do there. He's trying to wait for his teammates to get there, and they just didn't get there quick enough, and he got impatient, and he figured, hey, I have the shotgun. Maybe I can just get a pick, and then my teammates will get there. But they never ended up getting there. So at this point,
he did have somebody with him though, right behind him, right? I thought I saw at least one person with him.
I think that person went down as he made the push, unfortunately, and I would agree with you. It looks like Status 2 just has a better grip on how to play this map at this point.
And here's seeing this from a bird's eye view kind of changes like how you look at the map sometimes. So like even just watching this, if you're a viewer here right here on the stream, you can see like how this map should be played in a way. Like you need to kind of funnel that team back in their base. You got to trap them. So like what you really want to do, I feel like, is just push as a duo from each side of the map and create that pressure, cross mapping the team, getting those team shots in. And as you're doing it, you're pushing that team back in their base. And it seems just like Status 2 is doing a better job of defending on these types of pushes. So Loud Whine just haven't been able to really capitalize on some of the momentum and pressure they've created for themselves.
No, they seem a little bit unsure of what their strategy should be. That's a big snipe by SG Felon, and hopefully that will enable them to get into the base here. They are making a 3-man push, but like you said before, a lot of times when you get a few slays, they spawn up in their base very quickly, and it's hard to make that run. You
see that right there too.
It just happened. That run. Yeah, it just happened. It's hard to sustain that run.
They spawned over there near Shoddy. They had a clear sight line on their flag and how they were going to get it back. I mean, you've got to be quick on those flag pulls, but like what you got to do, one thing you have to do is you got to slay them quick enough to get the flag far enough before they can really start doing damage to you. But it just wasn't a fast enough run, and that's what happened. Unfortunately, that run stopped short for you.
Yeah, and Mosh Pit Hero, just like you said, just a lot of 1v1s have been going on this game, and the 1v1s have kind of been more in the favor of Status 2. They've been able to get more of the kills, and it's enabled them to have this 2-0 lead. And they're playing a lot of defense, it seems, right now. They haven't really been pushing too far outside of their base until now. Just now with Supernova, he's applying pressure on Uber Chad. Uber Chad doesn't see him there. He's gonna take, or that was Mosh Pit Hero, excuse me. He's able to take Mosh Pit Hero down. And when you're up 2-0 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds, defense can be your best friend, right? Keep them from having a sustained flag pull, because they need to get 2 in 2 minutes and 30, and that's going to be hard, especially on Argyle, where like you're going to have to get at least 2 rounds of slays, if not 3 rounds of slays, probably to secure it without an invis, that is.
Now, it all depends on how good your team is too, because like I've seen some really tight games come down to like the 2-minute wire, and I've seen some teams like that are not my team beat me because they got control of the camo. And there is a camo coming up here soon, and Loud Whine could get a sneaky pull and then maybe convert that into a second one. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen. You still have enough time to get 2 fight caps, but can you create that momentum for you that quick enough?
Well, and they haven't even gotten this flag to the halfway point.
Yeah,
at this point. It's been so hard to even just get it to the halfway point.
But they're, go ahead.
And he does get to the halfway point as he goes down. They're doing a good job, but it's just taking so much time, right? They're devoting so many resources of lives to get the pull, to get that far. And SG Felon does get the back smack on Phil within Viz, but their flag has been pulled now. So both flags are out. We're going to have a flag standoff at this point. And, now he's pulling the flag again. SG Felon's doing a good job. He's trying to get it halfway as his team. I don't know if I like the run there, right? C4, when he has invis, the throwing and the running kind of...
It's hard, man. He's in a tough spot. I mean, with a minute left, I wouldn't have ran it like that. I just would have walked it. But you still, I mean, you're just, at this point, you're wasting a lot of time. This is not going to go well. I mean, at this point, I could say it's just very unlikely that you're gonna even get this first cap, if not a second one. I mean,
And
that's
because
a
it's a
tall order.
2-0 deficit, you can't have a 2-0 deficit on a flag standoff at this point.
Nah, you can't.
It just goes game over. So they really are going to have to just throw their lives at the base of status 2 and try and get a return. But it looks like the side of status 2 is actually pushing at Uber Chad there. And it looks like they're going to be able to put their flag back in, and they might end up going 3-0 on this team before it's all said and done. Oh, but 2 people are in the base and able to take out the OG green.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get this flag cap in, you can do a sudden death if you have their flag pulled. But yeah, this game is at the end here. It is a brawl. I'm gonna give it to him. This is a back and forth little fight here. Like this, this is the kind of standoffs you want to see when you do see one. Oh my God, dude! Double from Lion's side, dude. Just doing him dirty right there at the end. But that's gonna be a 3-0 victory for status 2. If I were a Loud Whine right now, I would not make the same play right off the start. I would try to do something a little different. You know, don't give away all your strats. You know, or just don't be predictable too. So, but you know, he got Supernova on board. He's got the tires. He's getting some shots. Phil, living up here. Sorry, am I looking at the right screen now? Oh, sorry about that, folks. We got Levon's Sight on board. He is staying alive over here towards tires right now, doing a great job, and got Rockets in the hand of Fallon. This is a very early pull for Rockets. He's got one in the chamber, making his way towards here, backed by the oddball. It does spot out a member of status 2 there, picks that kill up with his teammate, and we're seeing a commando in play here. This is going to be, you know, it's a very OP weapon. He does get that kill, so good job for Mosh Pit there. And they're getting some early time on the board. It's not very much. I mean, they're closing the gap, but this is still early on, and this is kind of like scrap time in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a good play by, you know, the status 2. They played it a little bit different that time. They were able to get a ball pull. It's a double kill goes from Mosh Pit Hero. He's trying to play his life. He's not able to, as the OG green. I don't even know what that is. Expiration? I don't know. Expiration or EXP. He's going in. He gets a kill. Supernova playing his life after he gets one kill, waiting for his teammates to come in and help him out with this push to try and break this setup that they're trying. Well, it's not really a setup. A team that is trying to set up. And Levant's Sight, I thought he was going to get that kill, but he gets turned on by the player in top A.
Yeah, and you're racking up some decent amount of time if you're Loud Whine. I mean, it's still very early, but they've done a very good job here right now. But we got a shotgun to the face from Supernova. He's gonna take that member down. Gets the double kill on the oddball player there. Good job from him. Almost got the triple. He's gonna pick up that assist. That's gonna be 3 down for Loud Whine as one just spawned up. They got control of the shotty. Gonna get that team shot on the member of Loud Whine right there in the middle. Pick that player up. Looking for his second player. Gonna have 2 push him on purple, but there was still 1 rocket in the play. Or was that a new set? Not quite sure.
I think it was a new set. I don't know if both have been used, but it was used effectively to get the kill there as Felon is picking up the oddball, and he's getting time as all the status 2 members are spawning on the C side of the map, which is gonna, you know, allow them to get that 10 to 20 seconds of time before that team can push across map. As Uber Chad's trying to play his life, had 2 pushing that way. We have a little bit of a sandwich going on here. As 2 pushed from the side of purple and 2 pushed from the side of B, as Levant's able to take one of the members out there for the side of Loud Whine. They are dropping like flies at this point, and he's trying to play his life here, but Felon is taken out by Phil. No setup, really just scrappy time at this point, as the side of Loud Whine is able to get across the map very quickly. They must have had a pretty favorable swan if they were able to get over there quickly after they were already taken out.
Phil was doing a good job of drilling through their attacks there and keeping them back long enough for his team to make some moves. But it's gonna be 4 down for status 2, and Loud Whine are looking to regain some more control of the map here, and it's still pretty close game. Could be any man's game this round, but we're gonna see the assault rifle into play as Uber Chad's gonna melt the player over here towards the ATM and gets the double on that player from Tires Jump, aka the Laundry. Looks like it could have been an unofficial triple there. Gonna get that kill got one member in tires. He knows it. He's going to throw a couple of nades in there, try to keep him back, but he's going to whip out this assault rifle. He's got 2 members of status 2 on him. Gets the trade on that guy, and unfortunately, his teammate from back A is going to get picked off, and that's going to be 3 down for Loud Whine. As status 2 is going to regain control of their setup.
Yeah, he was able to take it, and the last guy up was rushing towards the ball. And this is Supernova. I like this push forward. He's got control of the Bulldog. He's just waiting for those players where he knew where they were going to spawn. They missed the stick, and he's able to take them out. He's able to take Felon out. And this Bulldog is, it's going to be a weapon that solidifies a hold. He's taking Uber Chad out. He's got 2 members pushing him here. He's going to get taken out eventually. Supernova is, as OG is trying to rotate that ball back towards his teammates that are set up on the PD side of the map. Moshpit Hero here with the Stalker Rifle. There is 1 rocket in the chamber for the Levon site. Double kill. I'm not sure who got that double kill because we switched over to Supernova real quick. But 2 are down for the side of Loud Whine. And Supernova's doing a great job. He's able to take Moshpit Hero out. And this is a close game all of a sudden. It was a 30-point lead, and now we're basically even.
And both these teams are just fighting it out. This is crazy. There's a double kill, killing spree from Phil, looking for a triple, but he gets picked off by that player from back PD wall. Got a couple of players going close quarters combat here, but ultimately it's going to go in the favor of Loud Whine here, as they're going to push this last remaining player who was holding the oddball. But he closed that round out and got his team an early victory here in the first round.
That was a great move. I thought he was going to get taken out before he could play the ball, and he was snuck around and got those last 3 seconds, and we're jumping in round 2.
Yeah, round 2 got Super back on board. Supernova, sorry. Mosh Pit, he's on B-rail, trying to play his life, and we got Levon's side. He's down there by the oddball, kind of chilling, just waiting for them to make a move. He's going to go ahead and pull that ball. Got a second on the board before he got taken out, unfortunately. But a couple members towards purple are gonna. One of them went down, and then it's just like it's still like very much like a lot of chaos out here in the very beginning of the map, and nobody has got control right now. Like there's absolutely no control.
And it was kind of weird when Levon's site picked up the ball. All of his teammates were on the B side of the map, so he really had just no support, unfortunately. And we're kind of getting a little bit of a setup as they've pulled it into C, and their members are starting to spawn up. Bulldog control for Felon, and Uber Chad kind of peek out, look where the pushes are coming from, and give information to his teammates as Moshpit Hero just gets completely drilled by 3 players of status 2.
Yeah, and they're just, that was the first setup. It's not broken yet, but they're pushing in. They're trying to make some plays here. He's going to go ahead and play it out. Good play from Uber Chad. Seemed like he was the last player from his team, but he did have one back there, back C. And they made a smart play because now they got damage on the center of the map. They only got 1 player on their side. They can team shot him, but they got to do it quickly because they're getting some pushes from over here from purple. As Uber Chad does clean that player up. That's a huge play right there from him. He's gonna get the sneaky shots in the back of status 2 here. That's a killing spree for Uber Chad. He's making plays this round here. He's gonna go ahead and he's got the shotty. Oh my gosh! See, you got to control that sandbox, folks. And now look what just happened. He got himself another kill and created even more momentum for his team, as most of the members of status 2 are funneling over here towards B.
Yeah, and this funnel towards B, they've put so much time on the board because of Uber Chad just really taking out any player he sees in his vicinity, and picking up the power weapons. And there is a push coming in through C. He gets the information, and he gets a long shot on Levon's site, picking back up that Bulldog, looking for some more people to take out. And he's gonna do it on Phil. He puts the moves on Phil, gets an assist actually. OG is just pinned down there at the bottom of B stairs, and he's gonna be taken out by Uber Chad. Uber Chad is just on a spree right now. And it is putting up massive time for his team, being able to just the sandbox. He's controlled the sandbox, just like you were talking.
And he's just proven to be like a detriment to status 2 right now. I mean, he's controlled this whole side of the map pretty much by himself. He's got a shotty and a BR, and that's it. And I mean, he's just doing all kinds of work. It's just insane. He picks up another kill. He's on a killing frenzy. Uber Chad, he might as well just change the gamer tag to detriment, because that's what he is. He's a detriment to the other team. They're gonna tie that up. in the second round, 1-1. We're heading into the third round, folks. So let's see.
Yeah.
You know, this could. I don't know. This is still a
That was
pretty
a
much tight
really
game.
dominating performance, and it's based on.
We're gonna start off with Mosh Pit and get him and his buddies heading up here to top C. He's gonna get the Stalker. I can already tell what he's doing. He's shooting top A, laying down that damage on Lion's or Levon's site. Sorry, Mosh Pit though, just keeping his life intact, looking to put more damage down on the map. Spots a couple members towards A and picks that member up from ATMs. Good job from him, just laying down that damage and getting a free kill. If yeah, that's gonna be 3 members down. I was just about to say, if Status Who could maintain, you know, their lives here, they could maybe keep a leg up here. But you know, Loud Whine's already got that ball pulled into C. This is exactly what we saw before.
Yeah, it's the game script, right? This is their game script. Pull it into C, control the sandbox, and snowball a win.
Yep.
And they're doing it again. They had the Rockets, now they have the Stalker that's dominating right now with Mosh Pit Hero, and it's just allowing them just to pick up some extra time here, and they already have a 25-point lead.
And the one thing you notice about this map is, like, you know, if you're spawning C base, you do have a little bit of an advantage by grabbing the Stalker. That thing is deadly. It's absolutely deadly. But just as much as it is deadly, the Commando is. You know, it would have been nice maybe seeing some Commando shots out of Status 2 right off the rip. But when you have a Stalker like that,
Uber Chad just picked a different side of the map to control, the B side this time, and he's and he's doing a good job of doing it. He's a detriment, as you say, to
with the Sentinel beam
side of Status. With anything on any sandbag side of him he can use, he's going to use, and he's going to put it to good use as he takes down OG. Oh, but Uber Chad gets snuck up on, and they eventually take him out. Phil wins a huge 1v1 as. You know, I don't know if the ball was played out yet. Levon's site does get taken out by Mosh Pit Hero. They did play the ball out here. It's going to be interesting to see, but that Stalker rifle on Mosh Pit Hero got the ball as we kind of got a little helter-skelter going on here in the middle as a killing spree for Mosh Pit Hero. That's amazing. As these rockets come up, it's going to be important to see who gets them.
I thought I saw somebody throw out plasma and get stuck for a second, but yeah, this is a very dominant performance early on for Loud Whine. They are just time and time again showing, you know, they're here to play. But Phil's got a rocket launcher in his hands. He's got 2 of them in the chamber, so gets a kill, gets a double. Hey, that's what you expect to see from a rocket launcher guy. Phil is making really good use of that. Created some openings right here for his team. He does notice that there's a member solo by himself in the middle. He's going to try to get that guy picked off, but yeah, Loud Whine making some really good choices here to play the life and wait for his teammates. So good job from them. And this is exactly why they prevail in these types of situations. That, you know, he didn't push that all the way, and he lived. So Uber Chad back in the mix here, getting a pick, trying to get a pick at least. He did get that kill, looking for a double on the ball player, but unfortunately gets cleaned up. So good job, guys. This is really good Halo right now at the moment from Loud Whine.
And a good play by Status Who to get that ball out and make it a battle, because he knew his teammates were going to spawn up on PD, and they did. And, you know, it's a battle back and forth for control of that ball. It's not giving a setup to Loud Whine, who loves to be in that C setup. They get the double kill out. Mosh Pit Hero's going for the triple, but he gets taken out.
That played out in Status 2's favor pretty well. I mean, they still have decent momentum. I mean, the ball is right there on the open. They can still potentially get a kill on Fallon, but he's going to rotate it back into C quickly. I mean, that's some fast movement out of them. They took advantage of those few kills that they got. We got another 3 down for Status 2. So Loud Whine.
It's going to be really hard at this point. It's going to need to be pretty perfect Halo for them to Status 2 to be able to pull this back. As what a play. You saw the ball runner running to his teammates, saw his teammates just sprinting to get back and C with him, and so he was like, all right, well, I'm going to stop and put on the brakes and move back into C. And now it's fight for rockets, and whoever gets these rockets probably will either win the game if it's Loud Whine, or, you know, make it more of a game if it's the side of Status Who. But it's Iron Bangle who's going to pick up these rockets. He finds Phil. He has to use both of them. He doesn't get a kill. He gets taken out by Phil B. Win. Big kill by Phil. They're making a sandwich here. Phil's coming from the start, or not start, but he's taken out. Uber Chad with the perfect and the double kills, killing spree. 3 go down, and that's probably going to end up being game.
This man reminds me of that character from Gone in 60 Seconds who can drive anything with 4 wheels except Uber Chad can shoot anything that's got a projectile. So this man is just dirty, dude. Like, he's doing some really dirty work. He's closing that out. They're gonna take this. That's game over.